The disaster points to where the flooding that would devastate Derna was unleashed. Two dams holding huge amounts of water burst, sending a wave towards the city. Satellite imagery shows them before the floods. The first dam was 12 kilometers upstream. The second dam was on the city's outskirts. When the dam walls crumbled, almost like a reversed tsunami, the water cut through Derna's neighborhoods, destroying bridges, roads and homes, sweeping residents out to sea as the waves struck the low-lying coastal town. Derna had a population of around 100,000. The human cost of the disaster is still being counted.
The death toll is huge. It might reach 2,000 really, but we don't have a definite number right now. Maybe later today or maximum by early morning tomorrow, we'll have definite numbers that will be ready to share.
Libya has two governments. The leader of the Eastern Administration in Tobruk says the immediate focus is on emergency response.
We have directed the government to form a specialized committee to assess the damage, instantly begin the reconstruction of roads to facilitate transportation, restore the electricity, and to take all immediate and needed measures in that regard.
Aid is already beginning to arrive at nearby airports as the scale of the catastrophe becomes clearer. Mike Leppel, Al Jazeera.
Well, aid is beginning to arrive to help flood victims in Libya. Turkey has sent 3 plane loads. Around 170 rescue personnel from the Turkish Disaster Management Authority were on board. They landed in Benghazi a short while ago. Let's go live to Resul Serdar, our correspondent in Istanbul. So what aid is Turkey sending, Resul?
Well, it's quite a wide range of package of the aid that has been sent, where 3 military planes, Turkish planes, that landed in Benghazi under the forces loyal to Khalifa Haftar. So according to the Disaster and Emergency Management Authority of Turkey, they say that they have sent 168 surface and underwater search and rescue personnel. They have sent the rescue vehicles and boats, raincoats, the food, hygiene kits, generators, blankets, and also the tents and so on. And they say that this is the first response to the international aid call made by the Libyan government. And they say that in the coming days, they're going to even provide more.
Yeah. Why is Turkey, Resul, one of the first countries to send aid to Libya?
Well, there are several reasons for that: geopolitical reasons, economic reasons, and also the business reasons, the other reasons as well. So one of the first is that Turkey is one of the key allies of Tripoli-based government particularly, and keeping that relations good with Tripoli is quite essential for Turkey, particularly when it comes to its position in the East Mediterranean, which Turkey is in a competition with France and Greece. So that's why it's very much important geopolitically. On the other hand, so Turkey has huge investments in Libya, particularly Turkish construction companies. The scale of their investment is tremendous. And also Turkey is trying to seize this as an opportunity to develop an aid diplomacy, particularly with Benghazi-based government, which is led by Khalifa Haftar. And Turkey, particularly since 2018 on, have been on bad terms with, and now they're trying to seize this as an opportunity that they can build the relations with Benghazi as well. And also, on the other hand, humanitarian reasons as well. Just around 7 months ago, Turkey had one of the largest, the biggest disaster in its recent memory. 11 eastern cities of Turkey, they have been hit by 2 powerful earthquakes, and 50,000 people died. And also then we have seen the wildfires across the country, then the floods as well. So Turkey is very much used to these natural disasters. They have a personnel that is thousands of personnel that are trained in that sense. And so that's why Turkey has been one of the first countries to respond to the international aid call made by the Libyan government.
Resul Serdar in Istanbul, thank you. All right, an update now on our top story on Al Jazeera this hour and the floods in Libya. We can confirm that the death toll from those devastating floods in eastern Libya has risen significantly. Let's bring in our correspondent, Malik Trainer in Tripoli. Malik, what are the latest figures?
Well, according to Hassam Abu Zreba, he's the Minister of Interior in the parallel government in eastern Libya. He's now stated that the death toll in the city of Derna has risen to over 5,200. Now, we haven't had, international organizations or the Libyan Red Crescent confirm those numbers. But listen, we spoke to the Libyan Red Crescent earlier, and they told us more than 2,000 confirmed deaths and more than 9,000, nearly 10,000 people registered as missing. Officials here expect the death toll to be around 10,000. I mean, it just shows the devastation that the city of Derna faced due to Storm Daniel. I mean, Folly, cities like Derna here in Libya are very close-knit communities. So you'll have, a block in a neighborhood that just one family, uncles, cousins, brothers, sisters will all live. I mean, we've heard of stories of families losing 70 members. So the situation is dire. It's desperate. But I think in the coming hours or days, as authorities are able to reach the city, we'll be able to understand the devastation more clearly, as well as the death toll and the number of people who were injured or suffered due to this flood.
So just to remind our viewers, a significant development in eastern Libya. Authorities in the east of Libya are saying that the death toll now in just the city of Derna after these devastating floods has risen to over 5,200, as Malik was telling us there. Aid, I understand, has been coming in from a number of countries, including Algeria. But how long, Malik, until it gets to Derna and those affected areas?
So I spoke just about an hour ago to a volunteer who was part of a convoy trying to reach Derna. The communications are very, it's very hard to talk to people in Derna. The communication lines are terrible at the moment. But he told me he expects that they will be able to reach the city with